It's delighted to see
Tony Guigliani,
all of you here today, because we do need to say it loudly and clearly that there is no moral case for Trident, there is no economic case for Trident, and there is no military case for Trident. It is the norm in the world to be nuclear free. It is the exception to the rule to possess nuclear weapons. And yet, as we've heard from Isabel Lindsay and CND, the UK government behind us is increasing the number of nuclear weapons on the Clyde. What message does that send to countries across the world? How can we expect nations to disarm or not to arm if we send the message that the only way that we can protect our security is to possess nuclear weapons? Trident, of course, are yesterday's weapons, and even then they failed to protect and they failed to deter a single conflict. They are completely redundant in today's world. Cyber attacks can't be deterred by Trident. Terrorism can't be deterred by Trident. Future pandemics can't be deterred by Trident. The climate emergency can't be deterred by Trident. These are the global issues that we face, and nuclear weapons play no role whatsoever in ensuring that we have a resilient state, a resilient country. And you know, I hear the likes of the UK Chancellor, the billionaire UK Chancellor, say that we can't afford the £20 uplift to universal credit. Well, let me offer up a suggestion. Stop funding redundant nuclear weapons and start investing in the people of our country who need it most. And as for Scottish Labour, you know, the deputy leader of the Scottish Labour Party, a great defender of weapons of mass destruction, she describes our opposition to nuclear weapons as gesture politics. Well, I don't know about you, but I call it principled politics, ethical politics, compassionate politics, rational politics. Gesture politics is when you waste billions on a status symbol that will never be used, purely to give the impression that the UK still has influence on the world stage. That, my friends, is gesture politics. And talking of world stage, I have been reflecting on the horror that is unfolding as we speak in Afghanistan. And we need to do everything we can to bring as many people as possible to safety. But what is happening in Afghanistan is not only a shameful betrayal, it is the biggest foreign and defence policy failure of recent times. And the British state must reflect and act upon those failures. I believe independence gives Scotland the opportunity to build an alternative foreign and defence policy that moves away from the imperial bluster of the British state, which has failed time and time again. A foreign policy that respects international law, a foreign policy that respects human rights, that builds a compassionate asylum system, a Scotland that reprioritises our conventional defence, which has been cut to the bone by this UK government to pay for Trident. So I say this: in the first 100 days of independence, we must kickstart the process to remove these unlawful weapons from our soil. And we will ensure that Faslane thrives as a fit-for-purpose, non-nuclear base. retaining the jobs and the talent that already exist to support the communities of this area and beyond, because I'm sick to death of hearing from the likes of Scottish Labour and the local MSP that we would close this base. Absolutely not. We will ensure that the talent remains, but we will have no nuclear weapons on our soil. With independence, we'll be able to shift the debate on Trident. It won't any longer be about its relocation or about its renewal. It will be about getting rid of it once and for all. That's what independence will do. So let me conclude by just sending a heartfelt message to the Yes Movement, all of the Yes Movement. Now is the time for us to unite, to work together, as we did in 2014. That's why I'm here representing the SNP today, and I know that there are many speakers representing lots of different organisations and groups, but now is the time for us to unite, as we did then, to create the nuclear-free, independent Scotland we know is possible, and it's up to us to make that happen. Thank you very much.